Here's a question reflecting one of those classic scenarios in job hunting. I'm just going to turn the camera. There we go. Good. And the question is, I haven't heard back from anyone after my interview. Should I email the recruiter or my interviewer? What are some tips in order to hear back after I email either one of them? Now, here's one observation. I don't know how recently you did the interview. If you did it today and you haven't heard at 4 o'clock, well, it may just be too soon for them to get feedback. Also, I don't know what kind of recruiter this is. Are you talking about a corporate recruiter, third-party recruiter? I'm going to try and address a lot of these contingencies with my answer. But in the meantime, let's work on this question. I haven't heard back from anyone. You obviously want to hear back. Here's the easiest way to hear back. Knock their socks off. Blow everyone else out of the water. Impress the heck out of them so they go, oh, we cannot let this person leave our offices. We cannot let them leave our domicile without an offer. Now, this obviously didn't happen. So let's go on to the next scenario. Should I email the recruiter or my interviewer? Well, let's look at recruiter. Corporate recruiter, third-party recruiter. If you're introduced by a third-party recruiter, definitely you contact them, not the interviewer. If it's a corporate recruiter, depends on what the initial introduction was. If you were introduced by someone within the firm, and the first interview you did was with the hiring manager and then with the recruiter, go to the hiring manager first because you were introduced by someone to them. If this was just, I answered an ad and they called me and it was a good interview, contact the corporate recruiter because they're really running point on the relationship with you. So they may not have heard anything. Now, how can you get some feedback after the interview in order to hear back? So the easiest thing to do is at the end of the last meeting that you have, get a sense of their timeline. Number one is, when they say, so do you have any questions for us? You go through a series of questions, and then they go, anything else? Yeah, could you give me a sense of what your timeline is for next steps? So that this way I have reasonable expectations about when I could hear from you. I know it's not cast in stone. I know it may take a couple of days longer, but if you say, I'll hear from you tomorrow, if it's good news, and it's a week later, I know my answer. So that's one thing. Another way that you can do it is there, when they say, so is there anything else? What were your impressions of me today? What did you perceive my strengths to be? Where could I do better? How did I compare with others that you interviewed or that you have interviewed for this role? See, you're looking for feedback and you're waiting for them to call you with feedback, which is either or and there's not a lot of room in the middle. Every once in a while you get we're not sure about this guy, which with time always turns into a So what you want to be doing is while you have them in the room, while you're interviewing with them, you want to say, how does my experience compare with others that you've been talking with? And they're going to give you some hedge answer. They're going to say, well, you've got some strengths in this area that we really find attractive. However, you don't seem strong enough in this area. At which point you can address those concerns, right? You can talk to them about what your experience is in this other area because they may not have phrased the question in a particular way to elicit that answer. You see, they may be hiring, but that doesn't make them, professional with the questions. It doesn't, and by professional, I'm not meaning unprofessional being, the antithesis. They're amateurs. They're not professional interviews. They do what they do and they have to interview as part of the job. So recognize that and help them by just simply saying, what did you perceive my strengths to be? How do I compare with others? They'll talk with you about the strengths. They'll talk with you about how you compare with others. There you're getting the feedback. And if for some reason they missed asking you about something that they bring up in that part of the conversation, you can go, oh, that's what you were looking for. I'm very sorry. Can I speak to that with you now? And then you can address what their concern is and then conclude by saying, Is there anything else that you perceived I wasn't as strong in as some of the others? Because I want to make sure you have best information. And whatever decision you make, you're going to make that decision, but I want to make sure you have the best information. So I hope that helps. I have a lot of great information at jobsearchcoachinghq.com that's designed to help you in your job search. Plus, you can ask me questions one-on-one, specific things that help you in your search, so that in this way, you don't have to be flying blind. You've got an ally in your search. After all, when you think about it, does a corporate recruiter or hiring manager have your interest in mind when they're interviewing you? Nope. Do third-party recruiters? Nope. Who does? Your wife, husband, partner, former manager, colleagues, are they looking out for you? And how much experience do they have in filling positions? I know. That hiring manager that you know has hired a bunch of people. But that doesn't mean that they know how to help someone find work. That's what I've done for more than 40 years, filling 1,200 plus positions, plus consulting assignments. Let me help you. Again, jobsearchcoachinghq.com. Curated information to help you in your search, and if you need something else, you ask me. I'll either create it or call you. We'll schedule time to speak. I'll call you, and we'll get it sorted out. Again, jobsearchcoachinghq.com. Have a great day. Take care.